If Grim Valor was a painting, it would be Moonscars. It's a 2D side-scroller Metroidvania-ish game, and I'll talk about it a bit more after the intro cutscene.
You never come to purr on my knees these days. There are so few naturally perfect things. My poor friend, you were one of them. Here I feel as lonely as only a god can be. I was rejected by those I had made. I shaped them in the image of man. Clay, bone powder, and a drop of ichor. Just that was enough to make something mad. You've been tainted too, haven't you? No, don't say a thing. They've just taken too much after humans, of our darkness and malice. Now they are all cleft with it. Maybe I am a god that failed. You're trying to soothe me. See, my loyal pristines should have returned a moon ago. None of the 8. Is that so? Yet Grey Irma lives. She can't be gone. As long as she lives, the communion is destined to happen. The moon will feed on them no more. For this will have to brave many, many moons to come. Shall we not, my friend?
Alright, I know it was a bit long, but I really wanted you to listen to the voice acting, as I think is pretty good. Now here you wake up here, and this is kind of the little tutorial zone. This video won't go after like 30 minutes of game time. It took me 8 hours to beat the game the first time. I didn't do all the little side quests and secret, even though it's not presented as side quests. There is kind of, we'll say, missable that will, you know, change something at some point. I want to be this as little spoilery as possible, but we'll see how it goes. At the end, I'm gonna show, you're gonna have a warning. I'm gonna show a late game zone just for you to admire the incredible pixel art this game features. Now, Moonscar. I feel, when I started playing this, I felt like if there was ever a Grim Valor 2, it would be pretty much Moonscar. Of course, there's a lot of different things. The game relies quite a bit on parries and dodges. The dodges works exactly like in Grim Valor. You get some iframe while you dodge, and so you want to, once you see the enemy doing their little flashy thing, it's time to dodge. But you can also parry, and the parry are pretty good. You just need to understand that you don't... How the parry works is not that you parry when you see the red thing that the enemies does to say they're gonna attack. You want to kind of attack the hands of, parry the hands of the enemy. I'm gonna show it at some point. I think parry is not unlocked right in the beginning. So it's Moonscar sells itself as a Metroidvania-like game. I felt, and then, you know, once again, I felt it was way closer to something like Grim Valor than a Metroidvania. It does have secrets. I'm gonna show you some secrets here. but it's actually somewhat a linear adventure. Sure, you can go back to old places. Actually, you need to backtrack to old places because yes, you will get some abilities to make you go through those places. So yeah, kind of like a Metroidvania. It's just that I feel that the focus of the game is definitely more on the combat part of the game than the exploration. That's just my opinion. Some people disagree with that online, but that's just how I feel. Now, that said, the combat is absolutely fantastic. You have your normal attack, and if you long press your normal attack, you will do some kind of bigger attack that will push the enemy away, and it's pretty cool when there are spikes, and you can send the enemy into spikes, which is quite satisfying, let me tell you. You can wall jump, as you can see. See, here's a secret, but that secret was just like bone powder. Now, bone powder is used to see. I'm doing this. I'm doing the big attack by holding the attack button. Bone powder is used to unlock which it's kind of your currency. It's like gold, and with that you unlock some. They call it witch abilities. I've played this once. I might not be. Hey, listen. It's not called convoluted talk for no reason. But yeah, you get some bone powder, and with that you can buy new magic skill. Magic is called Ichor in this game, but it's basically magic. Now, there is a roguelite element to it. Right now I got a level, and I can choose, this is randomly generated, I can choose between like more critical chance, healing being more effective, and stuff like that. If I die, I will lose those, and so I'll go back to level 1 and get them back pretty quickly. Now, don't you worry, there's a bunch of permanent upgrade all over the place. You can have more attack power, more HP, more magic, well, Ichor, and etc, etc. It's not a roguelite. You will keep, but those are just little bonuses that reward the people not dying. You can go up to 5 bonuses. They call it Spite. And for the whole game I thought it was Sprite. But yeah, you know, it's me. But anyway, so to come back to you've seen just a minute ago the magic skill 3. You can unlock all of those magic skills. It goes, I'm gonna talk about it a bit later, but it goes to get a doppelganger fighting with you, to sending missiles, well, magic missiles, to I don't know, one that will when you activate that, you will poison enemy when you hit them. Stuff like that. This is pretty much the one I used, but there's a whole lot more. You also have a second weapon, a sub-weapon, that you will use with your triangle button if you're on PlayStation. And you have quite a bit of choice. You have 5. You have like a sword, a lance, some kind of spiky round thing. I don't know how it's called. I mostly use the sword and the lance. And this is kind of your special attack. It doesn't consume, there is no stamina meter. I was very happy about that because this game is sold like a Souls-like Metroidvania, and there's nothing Souls-like about it. The Souls-like aspect, I suppose, is the game is challenging, but I don't want to be mean with Dark Souls. I like Dark Souls, but there was a lot of hard game before Dark Souls. You know, I've played Ninja Gaiden Black. It was pretty fucking hard, and Dark Souls didn't exist back then. So anyway, all that to say, I don't quite... I've played like Death Gambits. This is a 2D Metroidvania, and there's a lot of Souls element to the stamina meter, to the bonfire, and stuff like that. This one, I don't see it. I don't see the Souls-like aspect of it. I just think it's a very solid 2D side-scroller platform action game with some slight Metroidvania elements. Exactly the same thing I said about Grim Valor. So alright, apart from that, the story is very good. Some people say they didn't understand it. I'll admit that I did not understand it all. That much is true. There is still some gray places in the story, but if you take the time to read, and you will collect some memories, you can bring them back to this zone here. It's kind of the hub, and there is somebody that will interpret those memories from you. Most likely you will get memories from bosses you defeat, stuff like that. And I thought the story was pretty amazing, honestly. It really kept me going. The music is great. I have a video about the music of this game coming up. Well, it's just like 2 musical tracks from the game that I quite like. Okay, so here, the special weapon. So they all are very different. You have the harpoon, the spear, and it's written too small on my phone right now. I cannot read the spiky round thing. But I usually take the spear. The spear is amazing. I have a video about me killing some enemies with the spear, and I quite enjoyed it. I'm letting the story here on the screen, so you can mute me if you want and watch it, read it. Just to give you an example of how the story is delivered throughout the game. I think it's great. Really enjoy the story. Story, sound, everything's good. There is, if I had one gripe, if I had one bad thing to say about the game, and it's not an insignificant one, alright? It's the performance. I'm playing on a freaking PS5, alright? I know it's not like as incredibly good as a PC gaming, alright? I get that, but the PS5 is no slouch, okay? It's pretty capable. I've played incredibly beautiful games on it. See, I just did a parry here. You kind of have to look for the hands of the enemy to be able to parry. It's not about the tail. It's not about the red little thing. It's you know. Anyway, I digress. I've been digressing all this time. Oh, another thing. Heal often. You will heal with your white bar is actually your magic. They call it Ichor, but magic is also used to heal with like L1. So in between every fight, just heal. It's very important. So yeah, my gripe, it's the performance. You will go in the beginning of the game, and I would say even in the ending, you know, in the last part of the game, I did not have this problem at all. But in a particular zone of the game, like mid-game, I was getting a lot of slowdowns, and you know when you go through the game from left to right and then it kind of stops moving for, you know, a fraction of a second, but just like if there was kind of a very very little loading time or something, and it was super annoying to see that come up kind of often. You know, every few minutes I would have that hiccup of, oh, I'm stopping. No, joking. I'm continuing. So, yeah, the performance is not great. I did not encounter any crashes, anything like that. The game mostly ran fine, but those little hiccups, they've been annoying me quite a bit. I'm playing this on PS Plus right now. I still have a few days of PS Plus. Just finished the game yesterday. This is footage of me starting my second playthrough. Decided to record that to do this convoluted talk, but I'm still enjoying it. I think it's a great game. I would recommend it, but just know that at least on PS5, I don't know how it is on other platforms. I know the game is available elsewhere, but on PS5 the performance is not amazing, and this is not a hard game to, you know, it's not super impressive. I think it looks amazing. I like the minimalistic color and how it kind of looks like a painting. I think it's cool, but how can it run not perfectly smoothly is kind of a mystery to me. One other thing I did not quite enjoy, but maybe it's me, maybe I'm not seeing the sign, is that sometimes there will be locked door that will open up only here. This is what happens when you die. You go back to the last mirror and you lose all your bone powder, and so you kind of have to go do a corpse run to get it back. It's fine. It's, you know, it's nothing. But it's not one of the things that was annoying to me. The thing that was annoying to me is that sometimes there will be a locked door, and it's unclear if you need a key, or if you need to kill all the enemies, or if there's a switch somewhere to open it. All the doors looks the same, so I kind of had trouble to know. So when in doubt, it's kind of, alright, I'm not sure, so I'll kill everybody here and see if the door opens up. So that was somewhat annoying. Man out of the lance. It's well, the spear, I think they call it. Okay, those are special mirrors. So those mirrors, you will have to give up your life. Well, you don't lose your bone powder or anything, but you kind of go back to the hub to activate this teleport. And when we go back to that same teleport, there will be a doppelganger waiting up on us. And that doppelganger will have stolen from us our sub-weapon. So from now on, we don't have access to our sub-weapon ever again until we kill the doppelganger. So we'll go back to where the doppelganger is, and we're gonna fight her. And this is a theme that comes back throughout the game quite a few times, and I don't want to spoil it, but there is story reasons for it. It's not just to annoy you. There is, yeah, it's great. Honestly, it's pretty cool. But yeah, you're gonna have to fight the doppelganger that have, and she's gonna be stronger and stronger every time you fight her because she's getting the same upgrade as you. So she's definitely getting harder. Now we have unlocked our mirror, which is the fast travel, and we will be able to get back. And we can even change. There's a trophy on PSN for trying out all the sub-weapons. So each time you beat your doppelganger, you can choose another weapon. You don't have to take the spear again. You could take the harpoon, or you can take the sword, the scimitars, I think they called it. What else is there to say? Love the visual, love the sound design, love the gameplay. Just freaking... Oh, there's the gauntlets too, but they're not as good as Grim Valor's gauntlet. But yeah, while it does, I mean, I cannot... The whole time I played that, I was like, man, if they ever made a Grim Valor 2, I would love for it to be pretty much this game. They did added some stuff. I mean, of course, I would like Liana's Mund to do the narration. I think some more voice acting would have done great for the game. I think I would have liked to hear a bit more voice, because there's quite a bit of lore and there's quite a bit of reading involved. So that could have been great. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. I was wondering what I was doing. Now I'm going to show you the map and I'm going to show you a late game place. So if you want to peace out, I've said pretty much what I had to say. So here's how it looks like late game. It's quite stunning, to be honest. I quite like it. This is the apex. This is where pretty much you end up the game. This is all the magic skills I have unlocked. There's a bunch of different magic skills. You can see here I can bring myself a doppelganger of my own, and she's gonna fight with me till the end. So this is pretty cool. This is all the... Oh, I haven't talked about the amulet. You will find many amulets throughout the game. Some will give you like a double dash ability. Some will give you... you know, this one you'll take less damage, but you will move slower. Some will give you critical hit rate. You will do more critical hits. Some will do higher hits when you do a critical hit. And as you can see, there is a bunch of magic skill I haven't unlocked. This is the map. The map is quite huge. There is a lot to explore on this map. There is still a lot of upgrades I didn't found. Like, they're marked on the map, but I haven't got to getting them. So yeah, this is pretty much it. This is pretty much Moonscars. Hope you've enjoyed this convoluted talk. There is the whole moonlight mechanic. Honestly, I'm not sure I understand it, even after a whole playthrough. If you die too much, the moon will get angry and it's gonna turn red at the top left of the screen, and seems enemies are getting buffed. And so to remove that, you'll have to use some kind of, they call it gland, and by using one of those that are scattered throughout the map, you will remove the moon thingy mechanic. But I mean, I want to be honest, I cannot explain it too much. Haven't bothered me. The first time, like, they did a big thing about the moon being mad at me, and I've played and I haven't seen that much of a difference, honestly. I don't know, but I did the moon right, where I sacrifice one gland to get rid of that, and it worked, and this is pretty much it. It can come back if you die too much. Yeah, I'm not too sure about that one, so I'll just refrain on commenting more. But anyway, with all that said, this was Moonscars. Hope you've enjoyed. I certainly enjoyed the game. I think it's as beautiful as a painting, and as fun to play as Grim Vader. So take that for what you will. Here I was looking for a great view to make a thumbnail, so we'll see if I choose to take this point of view. But anyway, I'm done now. I've rambled enough. Thanks a bunch for watching. Now go do something else. Go play games. Bye bye.